So we finally got the new ban list for One Piece, and I saw a lot of people online weren't too happy about it. Which happens to every ban list. Somebody thinks their deck got hit too hard or their deck is now unplayable because they gotta think. But let's go through these cards and the reasons as to why they were banned. Jinbei on its own probably wouldn't be that terrible if it wasn't for Doflamingo. The fact that with the leader ability you can play him for 3 Don on your second turn kind of shows that nobody can really deal with that. He's a 4 Don card and you're playing him a turn early. Not only that, his ability allows you to play another Warlord from your hand. That's 4/6, 4/5. So now you got to deal with 2 strong bodies and you only got 4 Don. It's the second turn in the game. It was a super unhealthy tempo swing from Doflamingo way too early, so of course he had to get out of here. Next is Gecko, and I honestly shouldn't have to say anything about him. He costs 8, but he has 9k power, so off rip, really strong. And his ability getting him back 2 cards, one of which is a card that will get you back another card, allowed him to make 13 Don plays after he played himself, so 21 Don turns total. And to the people thinking your deck is too weak because you lost Gecko, you still got Rebecca. For 4 Don, you can still play Rebecca into Span Don using his effect to bring out Lucci and blow up 2 cards anyway, which is still a very high value play. You just don't get the big body that goes along with it. Regardless though, he should have been leader locked to Thriller Bark in the first place, so I don't know what y'all were expecting. Ice Age had to go because out of all the new cards that were cost reduction that they introduced, none of them were a -5 for 1 Don. It kind of blew my mind the amount of people saying that their deck is unplayable just because you don't get to play these hyper exploitive cards now. You got a bunch of other searchable cost reductions you can still run. Just because it's not as good as this busted card does not mean they're not still good. Just for reference, this card came out in the 2nd set of the One Piece card game. We are currently on the 10th, and it is still the best in slot cost reduction. Of course it had to go. And last but not least, Raigo, and I've seen a lot of Enel players crying about this because now they don't have a response to teach. To which I would like to counter argument saying this card was made specifically to counter you. Your leader ability allowed you to heal after you lost all your life, so on average when you're fighting Enel you had to do 8 to 9 damage per game. I'm not gonna lie, he needs an errata because he's going to keep warping card design moving forward. Every list so far that he's been out, he got a yellow card banned. So be lucky that he even still here. The fact that as a yellow deck you were able to play a Nail late game that can heal you, Ace late game that can heal you, Yamato late game that can blow up board and heal you, did you also need a card that answered everything in the game? Not to mention this card is so powerful it has a condition that it makes you go down to 1 life if you use it. But since life doesn't mean anything to Enel, he just loses the life on purpose so he can play it for free. You know you were exploiting it. Don't be surprised it's gone. All in all, these are really good bans and nobody should be crying that these things got hit. If you are, skill issue.